Thank you, Lascan Corla, and I welcome the opportunity to contribute to this bill. And just for the avoidance of any doubt, most people know I am a landlord, but that is not something that should preclude me from the opportunity to contribute to legislation. A previous speaker actually said about how he's been inundated with people calling him renters who are worried about their future in Limerick. But can I say to him, existing renters in the city of Limerick, just like in the county of Westmeath, who are members or governed by existing RPZ legislation, will see no impact. They are protected, there is no change, 2% increase, and only if they choose themselves to leave after 6 years can the landlord choose to increase. So if they stay for 10 years, there will be no difference now than there was. In fact, there will be greater protection. So the 200,000 people who are renting currently in the RPZs, there is no difference. In fact, if anything, there is enhanced protection. So let's be honest with people. Let's be honest with people at the very, very beginning. I think what the government has shown here, and the vast majority of landlords are honest people who have bought a small number of properties for a pension fund. They want to see long-term leases, they want to see good tenants, and there is nobody incentivising moving people on. Just like most tenants, they want to rent for a period of time so they can put together enough money to buy their own home. And what we want to see is a market that works. And I think what the government is doing is bringing fairness, balance and stability to our housing market. I think the new framework strikes a right balance for existing tenants, helping to protect them from sharp, unpredictable rent hikes, and certainty to incentivise new landlords and developers, ensuring that they can achieve a fair return, encouraging continued investment into supply. Because the very basic principle of economics is supply and demand. I think anybody understands that. And if we don't have a sufficient supply to meet the growing demand, then we are not going to achieve the ultimate objective, which is to bring rents down to a more affordable level for all our citizens. So what we want to do is increase supply, and we have to incentivise people back into the rental market. And of course, this is something that the Housing Agency recommended in terms of modifying the existing rent pressure zones. But what I suppose gets me is when we have debates in this Dáil is the serious contradictions on people on the other side of the house who says we need more houses, we need houses built faster, but at the same time, you know, if they're in the wrong location in their own respective constituencies, well then we don't want to see those houses being built. I, for one, can put my hand on my heart and say in 21 years as a public representative, I never put a planning objection in against houses in my constituency, whether as a local councillor, as a Minister of State or as a member of the Dáil. And I don't think everybody on the far side of the House can say that. I think we have to take this in the round. Minister Brown has made huge inroads since he has been appointed a minister, and this is just one of the latest pieces in the jigsaw, and there will be more. We've seen an additional 700 million secured for social and affordable housing, the publication of the National Planning Framework to empower local authorities to zone more land, and I hope the local authorities won't skirt in their responsibilities, because without zoning the land, zoning more land will be central to unlocking further housing supply. We've seen the expanded remit of the LDA being passed Cabinet yesterday. So I think what we have is a minister who is committed to increasing supply of social, affordable and private houses. Increasing supply to meet demand will ensure that we rebalance the cost of rent for people who are renting, but also rebalance the cost of purchasing houses. And I think that's something that we can all agree on, that we want to ensure a stable marketplace for the benefit of all our citizens. Thank you, Lascan Corla.
Deputy McGrath.